G'day guys, this is your Admiral speaking and welcome to today's video. Today I am on the public test server testing out the new visual and audio updates for patch 0.6.10. I'm in the Bismarck. I know you guys have probably seen videos by Notzer and Flemmo already. They were in the Koenig. However, I wanted to try and showcase the Bismarck secondaries if I could. So that's what we're going to do today. Also want to touch on the new proposed changes to Smoke and IFHE. So Smoke might be a good place to start while we get into position. So you might remember some weeks ago there was a proposal by Wargaming that they were going to change the smoke mechanic to impose a time penalty on you based on the caliber of your gun if you were sitting in smoke. Now, that got a lot of feathers ruffled. Why? Because, well, there are trolls out there. Trolls who will quite happily push into smoke and just fire away and bleed your smoke away simply because they can, and it doesn't make it fun for anyone. So Wargaming have actually seen reason on this and scrapped that idea, and now they've come up with a new way of handling it. Ooh, 2 citadels on a line. That's always nice. And what they're going to do now is it's going to be a concealment penalty as opposed to a time penalty. So if you have gun calibers over a certain size, then you are just going to obviously have a bigger time penalty than something with a smaller caliber, is basically what it comes down to. So destroyers generally have a concealment of around about 2 to 3 kilometers. 3 of the German destroyers, the Z52, the Z23 and the MAS, will have the biggest penalty imposed, mainly because the Z23 and the MAS both have 150mm guns. And the Z52, well, it doesn't need any other reason other than it's a tier 10. So yeah, it's going to get penalized anyway. Anyway, moving on. Cruisers, I think concealment you're looking at anywhere from 4 out to I think 12.7 kilometers, I think is what was reported the Moss Pro was going to have. It was going to have the biggest penalty imposed on it. So yeah, from memory it's about 12.7. Now the 2 cruisers I'm sure everyone probably wants to hear most about is the Belfast and the Kutuzov. Now the Belfast will have a penalty of about 5.5 kilometers, and the Kutuzov will have a penalty of 7.7 kilometers. So yeah, quite a bit of a penalty there. It won't make sitting in smoke and just shooting at anything that moves as easy as what it once was. And now, talking about those ships, this also brings me into the next part, which is the proposed changes to IFHE. Now, this one I think is long overdue. I always thought IFHE was a little overpowered. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. But basically how it's going to work is if you have a gun caliber of less than 139 millimeters, so basically Russian destroyers or smaller, then you're actually going to get a buff, believe it or not. The lack of fire chance is going to come down to less than 1%. For gun calibers above that, it's a minus 8% fire chance. So, what does that mean? It means ships like the Belfast, the Kutuzov, the Mogami 155mm, and the Cleveland, they won't be able to use IFHE unless they're not interested in setting fires, which, if you're a cruiser captain, should be your main concern, considering that's pretty much the best way for you to actually deal damage to battleships. So, minus 8% chance. I heard someone talk about what taking IFHE on the Belfast would mean if these changes go through. It would mean the Belfast would have a 1% chance of setting a fire. So you could still potentially get smashed with IFHE, but you're not going to see, or you shouldn't see, very many fires at all. So I think this is a necessary change. It's certainly most welcome. Now, Wargaming have said if this change goes through, those that have spec'd their commanders into IFHE will be rewarded back with 4 points to be respec'd into something else if they no longer choose to take IFHE, which is fair enough. I personally think that's the least they could do. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, and certainly will put a bit of a stop to the Belfast cancer that has been plaguing the Square Speaking server more often than not since it was released, really. I'm surprised that the Belfast is actually still available, to be honest. I thought it would have been nerfed or not put on sale again since its release. I always thought it was just overpowered. But we'll see what comes of it. But anyway, they're the changes. So let's hope that these changes do go through. I genuinely think they're a good idea. So anyway, on to match. Our team is not doing very well at the moment, but this is the public test server, so we're not expecting to win anything. Alright, so I'm just going to do a third person shot here. See the visuals, and you can probably hear the the war drums going off in the background. It sounds pretty cool in my opinion. I rather like it. Well, let me know what you think about the proposed changes to Smoke and IFHE. As I said, I definitely think it's a change that needed to happen. I just remember the last season of Ranked I played at Tier 7, it was just Belfast cancer everywhere, and there was not a thing anyone could do about it. Unless you had Belfast on your team that could, do something about it. So, but it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible to play against. So, like I like I said, I welcome these changes, and to be honest, I don't think they can come soon enough. Just look at the secondaries go off there. It looks so cool. Can't wait for these changes to come into the live cycle. Yep, and that's it from the line. Got to play the line this morning, and it is just so ridiculously overpowered. It is just stupid. It's just ridiculous how strong that ship is at tier 9. Yeah. It didn't matter the damage I was doing to it, it'd just make it straight back up again straight away. I think it could do with a nerf, to be honest. Around here somewhere. Where is he? It's gotta be in that smoke, I reckon. Oop, he's up there. There he is. Alright. He's got to pop out the other side sooner or later.
Torpedoes auf Backboot!
Yeah, I'm going to take at least one of these torpedoes. Got the Ognivoy there. Even the fire on the ships, the catch fire, it's all been changed as well, and yeah, it looks fantastic. It certainly looks better than it does currently. And that destroyer has finally lost sight of me. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a Fletcher. Yep, and he spotted me again, and here we go again. Let's see how far his range can extend. Done there. Into the smoke. Might get lucky. Nope. Secondaries to go even though he's visual. At least I've got a target to shoot at there. He doesn't seem to be doing much. I'm just going to let the secondaries do the job. Back to the Fletcher. I'd set a fire on that destroyer and he burned to death. Love it. Yep, I knew they were coming. Too little too late though, I think. I think I'm going to eat at least 2 of these. It's going to hurt. Yeah. Oh, and here they come from the other side. This will be interesting. And there's a nice big explosion. And a defeat. Oh well, I did my best. Sorry, victory, not defeat. What am I? Sorry, it's been one of those weeks. I've been off sick. Brain's still trying to re-engage. Anyway, so yeah, those are some of the changes that are coming in the next patch, which I'm very much looking forward to, along with the Royal Navy battleships. Finally, only 2 years late. Personally, I think they should have been one of the first lines in the game, not the last ones. And yeah, changes to Smoke and IFHE. Let me know what you think about that. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will answer what I can. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Take care of yourselves and I'll catch you all later. Ciao.